Boston versus Washington. I didn't mean to be so mean to you. I'll accept your pred. Well, we gotta be halfsies. I'll go Boston, you go Washington. Is that a deal? Himself, I'm sure a couple of items he would have liked is some supports. There's the ultimate from Kalios, Immortality from Crimzo, and the Transcendence from MCD. How do Boston fight their way back? They don't have a lot of heals, but the Transcendence lasted long enough for them to prevail in that fight.
Kalios has moved in, and Ice Stun actually helps to take out Victoria. It's Krillin who drops the final blow, and yes, now is going to be Punk who's in the crosshairs. The Immortality field isn't completely well placed. A pulse bomb to remove Kalios from the field. However, Washington Justice have all the duelists they need to try and take advantage of this. Decay and Assassin should be able to remove Valentine in good time here, Lemon.
5 versus like 2, and there is Kalios. Terror Surge forces out the Immortality and the Transcendence as Decay gets a stick on the Crimzo. Limited heals from Boston. Punk with the Terror Surge hits 2. It's back and forth. Both teams trading blows. It's a 2-on-1 on the point favoring the Boston Uprising. Surely you can't choke this now. There's literally no one alive to turn this around.
Now Assassin still in the back line, should be able to get a nice double here.
Oh, does he get Crimzo too? He does. With Decay's help, of course. All of Justice's are, which are in the room, and that's dangerous.
Oh, Kalios needed to have eaten that nade. Versa tap on the point to at least get overtime going, but there's going to have to be a second one soon. Anyone ready to touch the point? It's Decay who can do so, as Opener hits for Sound Barrier.
Yeah, Justice are hoping for this EMP from Assassin. He's on the point. Justice bring the fight to the objective, but it's the EMP first from Victoria, and Justice lose all their supports immediately. Punk is a self-destruct. No touch from Justice, as the Boston Uprising will take map number 1.
And now Kalios sees Victoria around the back. The EMP is going to be waylaid for this. As the second DPS turns up, there's so much room to try and bully Punk.
There's a Decay Blade, but he gets hit by an EMP. The Sound Barrier from Opener, just to make sure the Decay Pain Train can keep on trucking. But up Boston, they do try to stay anchored here with the Transcendence, but Punk got slept and really couldn't do anything. The pulse from Valentine will be up to either Decay or Assassin to deal with that, or really Valentine will just walk away on his own now that he has no cooldowns. Grab from Kalios right at the door. He's antied. Kalios is 1, but Boston have no one alive to even finish him off, which means poor old charge for the Justice and Nano remaining. Do you give this to Kalios? Is he charged up? Punk on the other side. Kalios gets the Nano, and he gatekeeps Punk. Punk goes to peel for the back line. Now you have some Zens poking as MCD finds Krillin. Boston just meters away. They have to deal with Kalios, and that's all she wrote. Assassin is shooting from way too far away to have much of an impact. Situation as he hopes to make the most of it. Not a kill, though. Here's a counter EMP, this time from Assassin. MCD with the Transcendence response. Kalios stuck overwhelmed by the resources as Boston move forward. They get antied by Opener, which is enough to send Valentine packing. But this is still winnable for the Boston Uprising as Justice starting to try and anchor with the respawn advantage they have without Kalios. It's a little tough, though. Decay has to make a splash in the back. The Decay pulse doesn't hit, but the payload hits the back of the map. Kalios, both Sombras gone in a 4v4. Boston starting to touch on the point. This is the last fight. 11 seconds left. They're taking their time. They've killed Opener, and that's not a lot of heals for the defense. So Boston are ahead, but they lose their own on. It's just back and forth between these two teams. And now Punk doesn't have a mech, and there goes all hope of even touching the point too. And I think Opener is helping with the push, so Krillin gets left in the dust, and you're probably going to miss out on that healing, but the damage may be more important for Justice in this case. Back and forth, no supports for Boston either. So we're left with, what, a 2-on-2? Now only a 1-on-2. Decay by himself. Won't be this fight for Justice. They got many more to go, though.
Wait, Kalios has gone over to the Doomfist here. They want to just continue maintaining the pace. It's a Decay moment that I see before my eyes. Yes, the supports are returning, but no one's here to touch the Boston Uprising.
If you're Decay, you just charge up and wait for that to happen. So Justice have a bunch of ults too from rolling through that fight. I mean, multiple fights, but Ant Matrix overwhelms Decay, who was just standing front and center in the middle of the map. Now it's a blade from Assassin who carves through 2. Support's gone, and everyone behind him too. As they have, Boston head to the high ground. They don't have Crimzo or Punk, and no one left to contest, baby. Decay is taking shots. 2, looking for Seeker. And that's the end of that. Justice will cap with 2 minutes and 13. Gotta be really careful with either grapplers, because this can be hack. I mean, Victoria's dead, so no hack. Kalios now with his Transcendence still in effect for MCD, trying to heal everyone back up, but the opener anti was so annoying. And then Decay gets to just clean everyone else up. Sick 3K.
A lot of this space actually been given away. This is going to be a very effective Ant Matrix that everyone's going to hide from.
And Kalios is trying to push them away from it. He got nanoed, but he's still taking damage forever. It's not invulnerability. Boston overwhelmed the front line as they work together. Seeker just hit a 3K. And this could be a completion ready for Boston. They haven't really lost anyone yet. Kalios at 100 HP. Opener's doing his best, but he's won himself. Justice could not just get any picks until this moment. And Boston just had to deal with Assassin, and this is a full completion.
Krillin will eventually fall as well. Yep, there's a full completion. It's not the same time.
Victoria's picks, so there's no ults that can help turn this around. It's just based on picks, and Assassin double jumps at the right part that Widow is always aiming at. Finally, Victoria gets dealt with by a disruptor shot of all things as opener nanos Decay. The carry puts the team on his back, and man, he's at the best. What can he not do? Justice salvaged this fight off of a nano. Fox approaching the spot of victory, and it's all the ults from the Justice, claiming already two, the main healer of Crypto God as he drops the Ant Matrix, and you only have Punk and Victoria left. They're contesting, but wait, yeah, Victoria kills one person. There's no supports for Justice, but no one left to contest. So the Washington Justice sail away to victory and are now on match point.
Just arrived as Kalios got grabbed. Washington Justice refused to cede away enough ground to really get a full reset here, and even a single centimeter here for Boston would be super valuable, and it's given over. Kalios just a touch late on the tap.
Oh, but the EMP, Kalios is thinking about the grab. Victoria ruined all his plans, and he killed Krillin. Opener had to really think about whether the sound barrier was worth using, if this fight was salvageable, and he made the correct decision. It's not. Kalios doesn't know whether to look in front of him or behind him because Valentine is on a flank, and there's a hack onto Opener who's so close to dying. The grab is thrown from Punk, and surely this means defeat for Justice, who really needed the momentum push. But at least there's still 4 minutes left. That Valentine through, as Justice had bot control.
Opener got the sound barrier at the perfect time, but now once again someone on the Washington Justice is sleeping. Kalios takes one, an Assassin another. The Horde of Red
deal with Decay, and MCD is fragging at range. Now he goes up to the window to deal with Krillin too. Justice now have Krillin hacked. They need to keep him alive. This EMP from Assassin drops. It only hits Punk. It gets the D-Mech they need. But Justice don't have card presence. And now they're hacked even more. And Justice cannot get to the finish line. Backline, making it difficult for Valentine to have the time to set this up. MCD gets nano as soon as he rounds the corner. Good timing there. As there was a sleep too, as Justice throw the crab to stop the push from happening. It only gets Valentine, who manages to recall out. I think he'll still get hunted by Decay, as we're left with a 3-on-2 favoring the Justice. Hoping to clean up this fight, and worst case, they just head back to point, a point they already capped. To help Justice stay alive, Punk is slept. Pulse from Decay. No peel for Boston's backline while Punk was occupado. Now you have 99% and still ults for the Justice as the EMP and Punk's grab falls to nothing. What a also very determined round from Justice, 100 to 15. That is decisive.
Well, you lose. I think at the moment you've got to follow the Assassin projectiles. They booped Decay into Victoria. It's so easy.
You're just trying to help him line up the headshot, you know, but Justice now extending out of the door. And Boston aren't killing a whole lot. I'm counting 3 deaths for Justice and double digits for Boston. So this is Justice all day.
Jokes with the May, which is interesting to think about, especially with Victoria getting early picks by an Icicle.
Oh, Punk very much getting run over, and his back is against his own May wall. As you're just wondering how much Justice want to invest in a fight that they feel like they already won before it even started. So it's the Ant Matrix and Death Blossom, and they can rely on the Blizzard next. And the stagger on the Crimzo is a lot of good time. Justice will get to 90%, and Boston will have to fight this 4v5.
Blizzard afterwards. The pull effect could be everything, but Punk can eat them both. There's the Diva. The need to touch Lemon is here.
Oh, at least Punk did his sound barrier from MCD. The overclock from Victoria. And Assassin still hasn't even popped the Blizzard yet. He finally does, as Boston already threw the choke to maybe just protect themselves, actually. And that is all she wrote. What an absolute stomp on this Game 5. The Washington Justice are victorious.
Justice Predators, squad up and roll up, baby. They live by Velucio, and Boston Uprising will die by Velucio.